Grazie a tutti.
Well, that didn't go to plan. Good morning, good afternoon, good evening, wherever you're watching from. Welcome to the stream. It's Formula Friday again. We are back in F125, back on the F125 driver career with Liam Lawson. Yeah. As the game decides to start up, but before we start, chat, I will be back. I was hoping to have the fucking intro played, like we introed last week's stream, but I kind of fucked that all up. So I got impatient because it takes this game like 17 years to start, and I'm trying to time it with the intro. Oh, we need the setup pad. Otherwise, how am I going to drive fast? So I did say last week that I was going to put some hours in and try and get better at my starts. Well, chat, that hasn't happened. So we are probably going to absolutely fall like a stone at the start of the game, at the start of the race again. But yeah, what else is new, I suppose? So we're just gonna roll with it. I have done since Formula Friday last week, I have done exactly 0 laps on this game. So yeah, not ideal, but we have pedal cam this time, so that's something. I'm slowly adding more things to the Formula Friday experience. I wasn't really sure where to put it. The pedal cam kind of looked out of place everywhere else. But yeah, like we are most other weeks, we're not really fucking around. We are basically straight into it. We settle our goals. I've forgotten all the buttons. It's going to be dry. I think we've fallen below Alpine development-wise. We used to be below Williams, but Alpine have jumped us, so... It's nice of them to have 3 blue teams, and we're all fucking mid-pack. It's all around the same. It'd be nice if one of my programs would actually work, but...
The cars are about to take to track
You know
for
how
the
it
very
is.
first time here in Bahrain, so plenty for the teams and drivers to learn during practice here at the Sakir International Circuit.
Alright, where are we at? Bahrain.
All right, let's have a quick radio check, please. Radio check.
Okay, loud and clear.
No. I'm not on track just yet. Jesus.
We're going to be logging some extra data during this session. Nothing you need to worry about, but as we have some new parts on the car, we'll just confirm they're performing to spec.
I don't know which one number 24 is. Ah, there we go. Go more to the... well, it's more to the rear. So min for quali, min for race. Okay. God. Oh, fucking tight. Alright, we're just going to run around. So we run around on the quali setup. Then the only thing... then we go... we go 21-13. There we go, Bahrain race. Okay. So I guess let's go out on the race. Let's go in the race setup first. Let's get used to that at least. Oh man. Bahrain is not one of my better tracks. Awesome, the wheel's not set properly. Yeah, the wheel. Ah, fucking pit wall. What are you doing to me? What do you fucking mean not configured? How is fucking pit wall just... pit house just forgotten everything? I already had this shit all configured. I don't understand. These fucking programs just seem to forget. Alright, that's better. Oh, we've kidnapped a cone.
Program complete and a job well done. We got some
Where's the option for... Yeah, get rid of that.
excellent data with that run, so come on back to the garage and I can take you through the numbers.
Try driving this setup actually like flat out. Like I said, these are first laps I've cut in Bahrain this week. Oh my god, it's too aggressive of a throttle there. Or we could get to full throttle so much sooner through turn 2 there. I'm being scared of that uphill right-hander there. Always being scared of touching that curb because it would just spin you. It's worse on old tyres too. It's way worse on old tyres. You put 2 wheels up on the curb and then you just spin. I always feel like the rear wants to step out on me there when you're kind of straight lining that corner. It's weird. And you almost got to be at the exit curve before you can get on the throttle there. Completely bottled that section. I'm gonna need the box. Box this lap. Box this lap.
This lap then. Come into the pits at the end of this lap.
Got a little greedy there. Just a little greedy on the throttle. Just a nice little slide. I mean, car feels alright. The rear feels loose in most of the sections it normally does. Normally feels loose, like through trying to get on the power through 2, and on the exit of 4 as you sort of come over that mound, it feels, yeah, it just feels, just the rear end just wants to step. Alright, let's do race strategy while we're... What do you mean? The selected tyre cannot achieve the required number of laps to complete the program. What do you mean? It's race strategy. It's the medium tyre. I don't understand that. That's weird. Really is like a race sim because I'm going to be doing these laps in dirty air, pretty much. I feel like I took taken too much curb there on the inside, but I want to shortcut that corner as much as I can. A little bit understeery. Initial turn in. I feel like I gotta turn the thing in early to... Ah, I missed my break point there. Like too early there. Why the fuck are these tires so warm? Why the hell is my left rear 62% already? I thought these were fresh tires. One of the rears moving around. The left rear's fucking done. Jesus. Just slid the car into the... It was almost a four-wheel slide through the corner. I'm going to lose the left rear this lap. Left rear is going to go. It's already gone. Wild how the difference between the right front and the left rear. If I make it back to the pits with this left rear still inflated, it'll be some kind of miracle. It's gonna go here. Oh. Box this lap.
Confirmed, we'll receive you at the end of this lap.
%80 on the left rear and we somehow made it back to the pits. It's wild. Look at that condition of that left front. That thing looks done. Dunzo. Chuck it in the bin. It is finished. It's already started. 50% fucking...
Car repairs have set us back a little.
Okay, the quali pace setup has slightly higher wings than the race setup. So hopefully the car feels a little more planted through the high speed stuff, and which it sort of did. It wasn't too bad before. I could be so much fucking more aggro through there, through aggressive there. You know what happened through on the curb there?
Okay, test complete, and that was a
31.6.
really good job indeed. We got a lot of valuable information out of that. Well done.
Oh, fuck. Alright. I don't know why it throws a yellow flag when I try and slow for another car, because it fucks with the AI. Because then the AI don't want to pass under a yellow flag, so they just pull up next to you in the middle of a straight. Because I've backed off trying to let them pass. Can't we go again? Let's go for another quality lap. I think I'm going to be more aggressive through 2. And I can be more aggressive at the bottom of the hill into the final corner. Hopefully I don't catch a car in the middle sector. That'd be nice. I think I can do like a low 30, maybe a low 31 or a high 30. A high 30 would be nice. I'll be more aggressive through here. And actually use some fucking overtake. Keep forgetting you can use overtake even while in hot lap mode.
Program complete and a job well done.
Alright, mid 30.
We got some excellent data with that run, so come on back to the garage and I can take you through the numbers.
Always chat, always remember you need to resafe jointly. I don't know what I'm doing. I'm just fucking around. Ugh. Alright, well, there's a lot more green on that lap at least. Don't know how I'm turning red at in the middle of a straight, but whatever. Alright, well, we got all 15 programs done. Might as well just go straight to quali, eh?
Sadly, it's time to say goodbye as free practice is over. However, we'll be back shortly for more Formula One action.
All right. It's pacing free practice 1, but it's free practice 1. We've been up there before. I don't think Bahrain's weather is going to throw us any curveballs. Luckily enough. But
Under the bright lights of Bahrain, it is time for qualifying.
Okay, radio check, radio check.
Yes, copy loud and clear.
Are we on the quali setup? I think we are. Yeah. Alrighty, so we've got 3 sets of softs and a medium to get us through Q1 and Q2. Let's try and see if we can get out of here in one. Out of here in one. Set one early and then don't have to worry about a second run. I don't think Track Evolution would be too nuts. .30.7, so a little slower than my practice lap, but that's alright. I do have 8, most part of 9 laps of fuel on board for some reason. I don't know why I have that much fuel on board. I didn't really check my fuel level, I suppose. Who is on our lap? Ollie Behrman. What's old Ollie got for us? Currently 5th though. I think a 30.7 will probably be safe. I think. I'm not totally sure. Oh, we're just watching a fucking in-lap? Are you kidding me? So I'm still pole by 2.5 tenths. Sign's about almost 0.12 faster than me in the final sector. I think we should be alright. I wouldn't think we're going to go plummeting down I don't think everyone, like Leclerc and Albon are going to improve by a whole second at the end of the session. So P3. So 30.6 by Charles. So I'll eat my words there. He did improve by a second. But he was like the only one. I don't think Max... I don't think Max did a... Did Max do a second run? Not sure. So I think if I can go out on a fresh set and do like a 30.5 like I did in practice, I think we're in good stead for making Q3 on one run as well. Oh.
Okay, I hope you brought something good to read today. There's an issue with the fuel system. We don't think it's anything terminal, but it is going to take some time to investigate and repair, I'm afraid.
Well, that's not ideal. But at least we'll sort of see... We'll see everyone's first run. So I didn't actually really look. Who made it in? Both the Apex guys made it in. Behrman made it in. Oscar's in. Nico's in. Both of the Salvers. Both of the Mercs. Any big outs? I think there are any big outs. Alright, I think everyone will pretty much all be on track by the time this repairs. Because everyone will be in the middle of their... Everyone will pretty much be in the middle of their first run. Yeah, it's fucking 10 of 16 on track right now. But I think a lot of them will be on their in-laps. So Pierce is 5th. Hey, what's up, Bora? How you doing, brother? I'm gonna move this fucking monitor closer. I didn't move my monitor. I didn't normally move the monitor up. But then it kind of half blocks chat, so bear with me a second. I'm getting all tangled. Oh shit. Tired? Oh, brother, I feel that. It's been a long ass week. I'm so glad it's Friday, eh? I got fucking wires going everywhere. There's shit everywhere. You think at week 4 I'd have figure this shit out, chat? Oh. Pretty much every other car's on track but myself at the moment. These guys going for... They're not going for second laps, surely. Who's done a lap? So Russell's done a 30.5. 31.8. That's so much slower than Leclerc was last... He did a 30.6 last session. 33.6 from Kimmy. 33.4 from Gabby. Pierce in the 32s. Albon in the 33s. 31.3 from Max. Slower than his Q1 time. I think his Q1 time was a 31.09, I think it was. Sonny Hayes, 31.3. It's like you're having a hell of a time over there, brother. I get that sometimes in the middle of the night. If I've had like a lot to drink, when I try to go to sleep, I'll just all of a sudden everything it wants to make a reappearance. All right, I think we should have a place to ourselves now. All right, we can do like or match our Q2 time, I think, which was a 30.7. If we can match or lower our Q2 time, we're in good stead. I don't think we'll have to do a second run. Oh, it helps if I open the fucking DRS, doesn't it? Feels slower. At least that middle sector was no good. Turned in too late. What'd I do? 30.1? Alright, so we've knocked 6/10 off our Q1 time. Is Piastri down in the 29s? I didn't see what his time was. Like a high 29 will be pole.
All right, give me a quick radio check, please. Radio check.
Yes, loud and clear.
30.02. And then we did a 30.12. Only one purple. That middle sector, I am 4/10 off. Yeah. I'm almost half a second slower than Piastri in the middle sector. That's how shitty my middle sector was. But I had an absolute bonza first sector because I'm most part of 3/10 faster. So then there's 2/10 there. And then I'm about half a tenth under him in the final sector. which brought her back to that .09, basically 1/10. So 28.6. That is a bonza first sector. That is great. If I could do that with like the 39, with like a 38.7, 38.6 middle sector, that's easily a 29. I just need to replicate that first sector again. And because of that, because we've done both Q1 and Q2 on only one set of tyres, we've got two brand new sets of softs for Q3.
Radio check.
Yeah, copy that.
We are
That's clear.
we are eating well right now, chat. So we can go out, do a first run, see where everything stands, stick another set of tyres on it, re-rack at the end, and have a crack right at the end of Q3. So let's just try and put a low 30 in here at least, just in case I bottle my last lap. Let's put something solid on the board now. Missed that apex again. Any danger of an apex, boys? Alright, time to lock in. $29.2. Chad, that is probably the best lap of Bahrain I will ever do in my entire life. I think we just went 3/10 under Verstappen. That's sector 2. Holy fuck. That felt good. I was pretty good out of here, and then the little S's down into 7 was the thing. Thing slid, but then it just picked up grip right at the right when I needed it to. So I don't mind the car a little understeery. When I really throw it in, I don't mind the front end. I don't mind the front end sliding because I can work with that. It's better than the rear end going. I do like my balance forward. Sorry, a little bit more rearward on the car. I much prefer that. Brother. Legitimately, that will probably be the best lap of Bahrain. Look, a 38.4 middle sector. I did a fucking 39.1 and was 3rd last session. Still not the fastest final sector. Charles Leclerc, I'm still about half a tenth down on... I'm actually most of a tenth down on him. But a 28.6... See, what did I say, chat? Last session? If we replicated the 28.6 first sector, because that was a great first sector, and then cleaned up the middle in the final, we'd do a 29. What did I say? We are so deep in the 29s, it's insane now. I was happy with like a 29.6. Like around where Max is, 29.5, 29.6, but I didn't realize I had a 29.2 in me. That's nuts. That 38.4 middle sector. That is probably, honestly, I feel like I've done not heaps of laps, but I've done enough laps of Bahrain to know that will be probably my best middle sector in Bahrain I think I will ever do on an F1 game. That was, for my driving ability, that was damn near perfect. It's insane. I felt good. I felt good. Now we're going to go out and try and go even better. See if we can improve on it. Let's see if we can get into 28s. It could be a 28 in this car. See how we go. Let's not try and... I'll get myself in trouble and I'll do a 29.8 because I'll try and overdrive the car and just understeer off the road everywhere. Let's try and keep this one clean still. Oh no. There it is. There's the overdrive and it just got a little greedy.
Fantastic, you've got pole position.
That's still pole, baby.
Yeah, thanks for your efforts helping me through these sessions.
Hell yeah, chat.
Well, that
P1
wraps up qualifying, but don't worry.
by
We'll be back tomorrow as we head into the Grand Prix.
0.15 over Lando. Max P3 on that 29.5. Didn't look like he improved on his final lap. Oscar Piastri P4. So pretty much the usual suspects at the front. Charles Leclerc P5. The only Ferrari in Q3, which I didn't realise. I got to start looking at these fucking orders at the end of sessions. George Russell P6. Alexander Albon P7, Kimi Antonelli P8, Sonny Hayes, his second Q3 in a row. I believe it was Q3 in Japan as well. P9, 2.5 seconds off the pace though. And then Carlos Sainz rounding out the top 10. Should be a spicy race, chat. I'm sure both McLarens and Max will be in front of me by T1 because, as we know, I can't start these cars, but we're going to give it a red hot crack anyway. I think we drive well enough. A top 5 is on the cards. I think we're going to go conventional strategy. We're not going to try and do anything fucking crazy and ruin our race like we did in China. If we go medium hard, pit around laps 17, 18. Sorry, pit around lap 11 to 12. Probably lap 11 onto the hards. And then finish off with a 18 lap stint on the hards. 11 on the mediums, 18 on the hards for a 29 lap total. If we lead out of turn 3, man, won't that be something? We can get down to that complex even just alongside P2. That'll be awesome. But sort of like I'll leave you. We'll gear up for the race. I'll leave you with the intro, and then I'll see you on the grid.
We're here again then at a famous circuit for its stunning visuals and thrilling battles for glory. Who will take the spotlight in the Bahrain Grand Prix today? We go racing today around 3.36 miles of the magnificent Bahrain International Circuit, with 15 corners and 2 good passing opportunities into turns 1 and 4. Keep an eye out for drivers locking the front left into the tricky braking zone of turn 10. Let's run you through the driver grid order for today's exciting race. Liam Lawson lines up on pole position, and Lando Norris lines up alongside. Considering the rest of the grid, we have Verstappen, Piastri, Charles Leclerc and Russell, Albon, Antonelli, Hayes and Carlos Sainz, Behrman, Alonso, Lance Stroll and Pierce, Hulkenberg, Bortoletto, Esteban Ocon and Yuki Tsunoda, Hadjar, Hamilton, Colapinto and Pierre Gasly picks up the final grid slot today. That's it then, it's time to go racing as we head down trackside for today's race. Welcome to the commentary box. I'm Alex Jakes, delighted to say joining us for this intriguing race is Anthony Davidson. Well, there's all sorts of rumours going about in the paddock at the moment, but it looks like they're staying loyal to their team. Good move, do you think?
It's easy just to, well, not easy, but it's tempting to just to disappear off to a better team and leave all of that hard work behind you that you've put in place where you are now. But this driver wants to progress with the team. I think that's really nice to see.
Okay, let's have a comms check, please. Radio check.
Loud and clear.
So for context, what Anthony Davidson was talking about is I turned down an offer from Aston Martin, whose results have been worse and had less points in the constructors at the time. So probably a backward step. I don't know. I'm sitting on pole right now, so don't know if I would be doing that in an Aston Martin. I might have been because they're technically above us in the development. It has us 2 stopping? No. I don't think we need to 2-stop at all. Why won't it let me... Why will it not let me remove the second stint? I don't want a 2-stop. I want a 1-stop. Whatever. I guess we're 2-stopping then. Alright, 11 lap stint, 9 lap stint, 9 lap stint. Okay. Let's plummet down the order. 5 lights. We're 3 wide. Oh, Max, what are you doing, son? They're all on softs. Interesting. And I managed to not lose spots. We've maintained our position. All right, let's settle in. It's fine to settle in. Find a nice rhythm.
Now use DRS. DRS now available.
Pretty much everyone around me is on 2 steps softer compounds. And I've already dropped him out of DRS. All right. So the 2 McLarens are together. I think they're fighting. Yeah, they are. They're side by side at the moment. Look at them. They're just helping me get away. The longer they fight, the more we benefit. I don't know. I did hear the follow. I will read it when I get to the front straight. Is that Japleen? Japleen? Sorry if I'm mispronouncing that. Thank you for the follow. Welcome to the stream. Max already 3.6 away. They're probably going to have to box onto hards after like 5 laps. Something like that. I just need to stay in my rhythm. We're kind of dropping him behind now. Bahrain is pretty killer on tyres. Lap 5, already only 15% so far.
No tyre concerns at the moment, just focus on the driving.
I imagine the McLarens would actually get closer if they'd stop fighting.
Okay, Liam. Right, we've got some clear track in front of us, so let's make best use of it and make the next lap a quick one. You got this.
Yeah, copy.
Alright. Doing good. Rhythm feels good. Yeah.
Nice work, you smashed it. Really good job on hitting that target, mate.
Alright, gap 3 seconds back to Norris now. And I'm not even... Oh, they are having an absolute ding-dong back there. I'm not even really driving 100% either. I'm just trying to drive consistently in a rhythm. I think all their tyres are gone back there. They've cooked their softs. Surely they pit like this lap or next lap. Ah, what am I doing? Maybe the hard tyres were the call. Gap back to Norris now 6.6. Russell, starting on the mediums, has moved up in front of Piastri now. I'm sure what lap. I haven't even been looking at what lap times I'm doing.
We're approaching
Still doing
the window, and
34s.
You're going to be on mediums.
These guys are still running softs. I'm only 4/10 off my best time that lap. Got caught up on the curb there. .31 on the left rear. Alright. .35.2, but that was a raggedy lap. Alright, all the soft tyre runners are boxing at the 10 lap mark, all going on to mediums. So they might be going soft, medium, hard. I wonder what softs I've got. Well, I don't have any fresh. Oh, come on. Concentrate. I don't have any fresh softs sitting back in the sheds. I think. I'll have to use a set of qualifying softs. Should already have 2 or 3 laps on them.
We're going to box this lap and push hard on the in-lap.
In-lap. Alright. Time for a banger, chat.
Is that okay?
Box now, please. Box this lap.
Pierce is out of the session? Has he broken down? Alright, banger out lap coming here, chat. Here we go.
All right, we'll be doing one more stop today. One stop left in this strategy.
Nine seconds over Norris after the first stop.
Yellow flag.
That was Pierce stopped on the left there. How does that not bring out a safety
Green
car?
flag.
I don't know if has Hadjar boxed yet. I don't think he has. Because he was right down the back. So he's probably on the same strategy as me, just boxing a lap later. Alright, banger out lap achieved, I think. Let's not take too much out of the tyre early doors, eh?
Okay, no issues with tyre wear for now. Keep taking care of them.
I sure hope so. Only one lap in.
Isaac's in the pits. That's Isaac in the pits.
Alright. So we've extended the gap, extending on the... or going longer on the hards than starting on the softs.
Okay, Liam. Lap times are a little erratic at the moment. We need consistency, so let's try and stabilise them.
Okay.
We had a big gaggle there. Alright, 11.2 back to Norris now. $33.9. We're into the 33s on the medium. Ah, Winovich. Wrong line. I think Leclerc's like started a train. So like Leclerc back to like the next 10 cars are all stuck behind him. Just looking on the mini map after turn 10, there's a red dot at the front, and then just like a gaggle of cars behind him. Fastest lap of the race, 33.87. I apologise, it's been a bit of a boring race here, chat. I didn't expect to have this much of a pace advantage. I did not... Like I said, I have not done any practice this week. The first laps I've turned since I streamed in Japan, doing Japan last Friday, was practice 1 on stream tonight. I didn't even play any, like, off stream on other tracks on the game. I think Friday night I slid the sim away from the computer and it's sat back next to the cupboard all week. This is weird. Everything feels good. I've got a good rhythm up. The pace is good. Weird. I'm sure it wouldn't say a different story if I wasn't running the AI, if I was running the AI a little bit higher, but so I think I have it on 95, which is still pretty high AI, but it's obviously not as high as it can go. I've never been able to keep up with 105%. I've never been that fast. Maybe 100% AI. Maybe that's what we need to run the rest of the year. A little ragged through there. Let's tone it down a touch. Let's not throw this away now.
Okay, nice work. Really good job with that target, mate. We're approaching the pit window and you're going to be on mediums.
Looks like the soft runners are pitting, doing their second stops. I'll stop running on that outside curb. Things tries to throw you in the barrier. I'd rather not end up in the barrier. Alright, still doing 34s, which is good. That lap was a little ragged in the middle sector there, so it was a high 34. I think we're still capable of mid 34s on these tyres. Need like a safety car or something just to really spice the race up. I say that I'd be the big loser from a safety car, but need some entertainment. This is turning into a real life F1 race. Just a Red Bull out in front. Teammate.
Gap to your teammate behind, 40.0 seconds. They're on old mediums. They're currently 6th. Time last lap, 1 minute 36.4.
They're doing 36s, I'm doing 34s.
Okay, we want you to pit this lap, so push now, push.
Copy that, copy.
Okay, Liam, engine's running very hot. Engine very hot. Let's try and pull out from behind the car in front and cool things down.
Okay, copy.
What car in front? We're running in free air the entire race.
Okay, we're monitoring some wear on the internal combustion engine. Be aware that we're going to start to see a loss of power.
We are boxing this lap, aren't we?
This lap. Keep an eye on your distance to the speed limit line as you approach and make sure you don't speed.
All right. Pit number 2.
Look after these tyres now. We want to finish the race on this compound.
Nine seconds back to Hulk, 16 back to Norris. I think I'm still in party mode too. The surface temps, the front's still cold.
No need to worry about the tyre condition for now. Everything's looking good.
33.8, 33.7 from Charles. 33.2 from George.
Okay, Isaac's coming in for his stop now.
All the guys behind finally turning up the wick. So I'm going to have to get into the 33s. Back into the 33s. So was it a 33.6? Alright, purple middle sector. You know it's going to be a good lap when I actually hit the final corner apex.
Oh, mate,
33.3.
Nice work. That's why I love working with you.
I think 33.2 was the lowest. For some reason, against the AI, I seem to just be really quick in that middle sector. $32.9. Into the 32s. Well, get back to the McLarens. 14 seconds. Either I'm better at Bahrain than I thought, or these AI are a lot worse at Bahrain. Or something's happening in the settings and it's lowered the AI difficulty for some reason. Now the two McLarens are now line astern. I think Lando is actually reeling me in. He's come down a couple of tenths that lap. Yeah, that... Oh, no, they're not. I'm thinking they were reeling me in, but no, we're back out to 14 and a half. They lost that half a second. Alright. 3 to go the end of this one. Yeah, 3 laps to go. .8 the gap to Norris. Let's not lose concentration now. Just bring it home, eh? Yeah. Car behind.
Norris is behind you.
Well, thanks. I can see that on the screen. You want to give me some more info there? Race information.
Okay, just 2 laps of fuel remaining now.
Full race update.
You're leading the pack, that's P1. Norris behind. Okay, they're on old hard tyres. That was our last stop. No more scheduled pit stops. Let's go.
That was exactly 0 help. Alright, one more to go after this. Just gonna cruise. Kind of cruise it on home, eh? Oh, let's not fence it on the last lap. Come on now. Been leading the pack all day. I'm braking way too early. Oh, the McLarens have dragged in a second on me. Hell yeah, baby. He won.
Absolutely awesome. Just amazing, mate. Well done.
That was such a weird race.
Thanks,
Where the fuck did all this pace come from? I don't
A
understand.
sensational moment for the Kiwi driver. Liam Lawson takes the win.
I mean, it looked like they were in a different category at points during the race, led every lap. I mean, what more can we say?
I don't understand how we were like multiple tenths of a second a lap faster.
So much to talk about.
We
will
beat the
continue to do
McLarens
so
by
for 30 minutes
15
time
seconds.
for the podium. And
Oh, it was about
Liam
14
Lawson
seconds, actually.
Strides his way to the top step of the podium. Been an absolutely wild weekend of Formula One action. I can't wait to see what's next.
12 point. I have some suspicions. 12.8 seconds over Lando, 15 over Piastri, 20.4 over Charles Leclerc, almost 30 seconds over Max Verstappen. Fucking me. Led every lap. actually got a decent start off the line, didn't drop like a stone. I have suspicions. And my suspicion is that I've not all of a sudden gotten a lot better at this game after not playing it for a week. Really isn't any point. Really isn't any point looking at the highlights because there really weren't any. It was like side by side through turn 4, then I was side by side with 3 wide into 4, and then Max was down the inside at 5, and I kind of bumped him out of the way into the little S's there. And then from that, the 2 McLarens and Max were fighting, and then by the end of the first lap, they were out of DRS, and they never got back into my DRS. And then I was just still faster than them. I was hoping if I could lead a few, if they fight, I could build up a gap towards the first pit stop. I don't know if it was the fact they went soft first, soft, medium, hard, that the pace kind of fell off 3 or 4 laps into that soft tire stint. I don't know. It was weird. We're going to watch the highlights anyway. I'm curious to see what it actually pulls. It's going to be about a 30-second video. 5 lights. See, I actually got a half decent start, which was a weird start to the race. We're 3 wide into turn 1. Max and I think that's Lando come together. And it's Lando up my inside. Max ends up on the outside. I brake deep. Lando kind of pulls out, but Max stays around the outside. Then I kind of stayed with him and bumped him. Doesn't look to be any damage on like Lando's wing or anything like that, so that kind of been slowing him down. And then we skip all the way to lap 10. We're at a little half moment, slid off track. Then what happened lap 17? And then the end of the race. That was the highlights of the race. Jesus. What do we get? The dynamic objective, no DRS, team rivalry up, yeah. Racecraft. 1 overtake completed. Nice 25 points there. Teammate rivalry up, finishing position versus starting position, 250 points. We didn't lose any positions. Driving standards, avoid penalties of 400 points for avoiding penalties. No warnings received, no DNF. And the natural reduction over time. Minus 0.204 gives us 560 points margin to fastest lap. Dynamic objective complete. Dynamic objective. Teammate rivalry. Yep. Plus 13 per finishing position versus expected. 1,500 points for a plus 13 of. It expected me to finish 13th, 14th. Well, it expected me to finish 13th. I need to double check it didn't just like reset the difficulty down to 50. Because, I mean, if it generally when it resets it to 35, where every car becomes basically a moving chicane because the AI are just that slow. Yeah, it's still 95. What the fuck? That's so... Do I have to bump it to 100? We're in Saudi next. I'll see how we go in Saudi. If we just dominate in Saudi, I'll bump it to 100 then. Because that's insane that I put 15 seconds or 14 seconds on the field in a mid-tier car in Bahrain at 95 difficulty. Like, that's not normal. Either I'm a lot quicker around Bahrain than I thought, or the AI are just really weak in Bahrain for some reason. All right. You know what we'll do? Instead of setting this up beforehand, we're going to set this up next week, where we go to the Saudi Arabian Grand Prix, which I'm excited for because Saudi's one of my. I like Saudi. It's a good track. It's a fun track to drive. But we'll hit some R&D first. So the beam wing failed. That's all right. So we'll redo the beam wing. Can't rush it. But we'll get the beam wing after Saudi. And then we can get the over wheel. We'll get that after Miami. Yeah. I don't have enough points to try and redo that one. Oh, we're just short. Could have had that after Miami. Damn. We could probably get that one after Saudi. Okay. So ICE's at 57%, and we're only 4 races into a 24 race season. So you generally want these to try and run these motors for about 6 races. Well, that works out exactly 6 races each. It's 57%, but Saudi is very much a power track. So I think we put a new engine in for Saudi. And then we could possibly put the old one in for Miami, because Miami's first and middle sectors are very twisty. It's just the really long back straight that it may struggle with, but I think we'll put a new ICE in for Saudi. Yeah, I think we put a new one in for Saudi. 29% on the on the MGUK, 48 on the MGUH. I think we'll leave that. 41 on the energy store. There's no way we're getting through the fucking... Retaining high levels of battery charge results in additional strain on the energy store. How is that still only 41%? After 4 races. Well, technically 5, I suppose, with the sprint. Because I don't use my battery heaps in the race, which I probably should. Turbo's at 42, that's fine. Control electronics are at 8, that should hopefully last us to the summer break. And then gearbox 1 is at 39, we've got 6 of those, so we're sitting pretty with gearboxes at the moment. So I think just put a new ICE in there. Wait, how is this? It's not different. It's 8, 3, and 2. It just moves tires around. Softer allocation just moves an extra soft into qualifying and a medium out to practice. Which is probably fine, because the only time we use a soft tire in practice is actually quali sims, which we can use a P2 or a P3 soft for anyway, so we get still 3 sets of softs for practice, 2 sets of mediums and a hard, and then it's all softs for qualifying, 5 sets of softs for qualifying, and then a medium and a hard for the race, which you generally, for a one-stop race, you'll use medium hard. All right. Actually, you know what? Because I won't think of it next time, because I did this last time before finishing up the stream. Complete 3 laps using at least 2 different engine components. Keep tires below 120 degrees in the dry. That I can probably do around Saudi, because overtake 5 cars on track. Complete a lap using at least 2 different setups. Yeah, let's try for overtake 5 on track. Lifting coast for 25 seconds or more. Complete 1 sessions without using a rewind. That we can do. I just did a whole race weekend. I realised that's the first, that race Bahrain, that's the first out of the 4 Grand Prix and 1 sprint that I've done so far that I didn't use a rewind the entire time. I had one little off-track moment, but the rest of it I kept the thing on the island. Complete a driven lap in 2 different sessions. That we can do. Alright. I don't think we have any upgrades pending or anything. So we'll just advance to Saudi. And then I think that is where we will finish up for the night, guys. So thank you if you're still hanging out. Thank you for chilling. I know probably not the most exciting race tonight. I did not realize I would be that fast and turn that into a really boring race at the front where I'm just slowly pulling away from everyone. That was odd. That perplexes me. But if there's like the same thing happens in Saudi where we're up with cars we're not supposed to be, I will bump the difficulty for Miami. I'll bump it up to 100. Yeah, and then try and brag that I'm using 100% OR, but whatever. I mean, I've normally been in the 90s and been around on pace, so I think I did in Australia, I used like a calculator where you sort of put what your best time trial laps is. I did like 10 laps in time trial. And actually put a pretty good lap in, and then put that lap into like this online calculator thing, and it spits out what AI difficulty you should be running. And it spat out 95% for us for Australia. So yeah. But then yeah, if we just like up the front dominating again, which we probably shouldn't be doing in this car this early in the season, we'll bump it up. But until the next one, guys, if you did enjoy, be sure to hit the follow button down below so you get notified when I go live next. Also, check out there's a link to the Discord. You'll generally get updates on streams and other shenanigans that I will post in there at some point. YouTube channel as well. I have a YouTube channel which I'm sort of using as a VOD archive. So I'll sort of clip the VODs so you're not sitting through intros and BRB screens and shit like that. I'll just sort of clip all that stuff out, but leave it basically unedited and upload it there. Also, for the Formula Friday series, I will clip just the race and just the race in full unedited, and that'll be on the YouTube channel either tonight or tomorrow. Tomorrow morning, you'll see that uploaded to the YouTube channel. If you did miss parts of the race today and you want to go back and have a look again, check out the YouTube channel for that kind of stuff. I also do have a TikTok. I can't think of anything to really clip from this. I'll see if I can find something and put it on TikTok. I'm trying to be better with clipping each stream, trying to clip at least a moment from each stream to put online. Yeah. So thank you everybody for watching. Stay safe. Enjoy the rest of your weekend. Keep in the Discord. I'll keep updates if I decide to stream sometime during the weekend. I'm possibly thinking I might do extra Formula F125 streams outside of Formula Friday if I feel like driving over the weekend. But we'll wait and see. I'll put an update in the Discord if I do decide to do so. But until the next one, guys, stay safe, enjoy your weekend, and I will see you on next stream. Bye.